session. It's again my extreme pleasure to introduce to you our State Superintendent of Instruction, Tom Torres.
Thank you. You know, all of us were inspired by what we saw, what we heard. Such articulate students, such articulate faculty. Aren't we happy? This is incredible. So I say awesome, fantastic, fabulous, and we see this as a role model. It's a shining light for the rest of the state of California to replicate, again, use a biological term, clone what you have here. And just saying thanks to you for putting such an innovative team together, partnership together. And thanks to Daryl Steinberg, who has been the leader in the Senate, Hannah Beth Jackson, Dawson, you heard from them earlier, but the legislature really focused on this as the way to get kids more engaged in education, in their own future, but also in the regional economy, to prepare those youth for our colleges and for the jobs of today, to be competitive in the global economy. And now I'll turn it over to the panel, and I know we're having fun, and we're going to learn more from this panel. Great. Doctor?
I'm Trudy Arriaga, the Superintendent of Ventura Unified, and it's my pleasure to moderate this panel. And before we do that, I would like to just honor the tremendous partners who are here today. And you know, as I personally look out, I see folks who have been so critical to the success of Ventura Unified, but I know that that carries over to districts throughout the county. So if you would stand, if you happen to be a part of this particular partnership, the Ventura County Community College District, please stand if you represent the County Community College District. I recognize many of them as Board of Trustees. Thank you so much. Ventura College specifically, please stand. You might get to stand more than once. Oxnard College, please stand.
In the house.
In the house. Moorpark College. Moorpark College. Thank you, Moorpark. Ventura County Office of Education. Again, we thank Mr. Stan Mantooth for the visionary leadership and the tremendous staff of making this a reality for our school districts and our students. The Conejo Valley Unified School District. On the Board of Trustees. Simi Valley Unified School District. Moorpark Unified School District. Fillmore Unified School District. Fillmore Unified School District. Santa Paula Unified School District. Again, the superintendent is here, and so pleased to be able to take Unified School District. Ventura Unified School District. Obviously my colleagues, but again a very special thank you and acknowledgement to Mr. Joe Bova, Principal of Foothill Technology High School, Darcy Duffy, a tremendous coordinator, and of course our students. Ojai Unified School District.
They were here, but hasn't.
I know that Dr. Hank Bangser was here, but he had to head out. Workforce Investment Board, Ventura County. Please stand up. Who also serves, obviously, as our CEO of the Chamber of Commerce in Ventura, a tremendous partner. And anyone else, all of our over 50 business partners and growing who are a part of this initiative, please stand if you were not recognized. Please stand if you were not recognized. I recognize Oxnard High School District, right? Oxnard. Let's give a hand to Oxnard High School District. And again, congratulate the Oxnard High School District for the tremendous, tremendous opportunities that they are providing the students of Oxnard. We're proud to be your partners. Okay, it is my pleasure now to introduce our esteemed panel members. We have Dr. Greg Gillespie, the president of Ventura College. Dr. Roger Rice, deputy superintendent to the Ventura County Office of Education. Bill Pratt, VP Operations Kinemed Incorporated and a member of the Workforce Investment Board. And finally, thanks to Sean Bardwaj, the founder and managing director of Aspire, an entrepreneur education initiative. A question has been selected for each panel member. They're going to spend about 3 to 4 minutes addressing the question, answering the question, and if there is time, I know we're really rushed on time, so that may not be the case, but if there's time, we'll open up for questions at the end. But I'm sure that all of them would be happy to answer your individual questions outside of the forum. All right, we're going to start with you, Dr. Gillespie. Please describe the value proposed by VC Innovates to create articulated systems and pathways across K through 12 community college and business partners.
Okay, thank you. You know, we're really excited about the opportunity that the VC Innovates grant provides us. We've talked about articulated pathways, kind of having a seamless transfer from the high school system into the community college systems. And what we really hope to do is to develop a solid foundation in our students that helps to move them from education into a career. Presently, a lot of our articulation has happened at the local area. In other words, we may work closely with the high schools around Ventura College. Oxnard will work closely with the high schools around Oxnard College. Moore Park will do the same. This grant really provides us with the opportunity now to create a county-wide system of pathways. At the completion of the grant, there will be 62 career pathways that students can move from the high school into one or more of the community colleges that are offering that. So I think that's one really unique and advantageous aspect of the grant. The grant's going to be phased in over 3 years. And that really provides us with an unprecedented opportunity to collaborate together, where we will have folks from the high school, folks from community college, folks from our adult ed schools, folks from business and industry, working together to create relevant pathways. And that's the important word, is relevant, because if we want to move our students successfully into the workforce, if we want to upgrade the job skills of incumbent workers, we need to have that input from business and industry so that we know the skills and competencies that we need to include in our different pathway programs. With being able to do that, we'll then enhance the ability of the education system to creatively support workforce and economic development and move our students from being in the classroom to the workplace. So again, we're just very pleased to be a part of the collaborative effort with this grant and look forward to all that will be accomplished here over the next 3 years. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Gillespie. Our next panel member, again, is Dr. Roger Rice. Dr. Roger Rice represents the Ventura County Office of Education, and I don't know at this point if Tiffany Morse, and I'm sure Roger Rice will acknowledge Tiffany, but Tiffany was a critical component and the leader of what brought us all to where we are today. So let's give a hand to Tiffany. All right, Dr. Rice, describe the value of VC Innovates to K through 12 students. What makes this project unique for positioning Ventura County as a leader in innovative partnerships?
Thank you, Dr. Arriaga. Is this thing working?
Yeah.
Okay. I think one of the things that's most compelling about this grant is the sheer scope of the grant. This is the first time that I or any of my colleagues can recall all of the community colleges and the community college districts and those districts serving high school students have collaborated together to offer such a rich, innovative, and compelling set of opportunities to students ranging from Ojai and Santa Paula to Ventura, Oxnard, Thousand Oaks, and out to Moore Park and Simi Valley and Oak Park. So we're reaching every kid in Ventura County, and one of the things that began the process was a really deep and robust inventory of the career pathways that existed throughout the county. And Dr. Gillespie alluded to the fact that in the past, some of these efforts may have focused on local parochial interests or local businesses that were entrenched in their areas. And now what's happening through that inventory is we were able to identify those programs that were either showing a lack of articulation, meaning that maybe it was a standalone class, a standalone program. There wasn't a way for a kid to matriculate from high school through one of Dr. Gillespie's programs and earn a certificate, such as the gentleman over in the manufacturing lab were describing. That simply wasn't an option because the programs were disconnected. So I think what the grant does, it provides the students in Ventura County an easy and compelling way to reach their job ends. It's something that they can see, something that they can grab onto, and they're not left guessing where do they go next. I also want to share that the scope of the program is compelling because of the types of kids that we're serving. And by that I mean we're serving every kid in Ventura County. I think you heard across the street some of our best and brightest students who are the most driven and the most ambitious with respect to their careers and the most articulate. But one of the most proud moments I've had in my lengthy career, believe it or not, I've been at this almost 30 years now, was walking into a video game and animation class just last week. And this was an evening class at the Camarillo Airport, and seeing kids from all over the county manipulating brand new MacBooks that were purchased through the grant that are able to handle the bandwidth intensive and software intensive programs that are needed to give kids a state-of-the-art experience. And to walk into that class and see kids from all over the county, and to recognize one particular young lady in our class who came to us from Triton Academy, which is one of our programs for students with sometimes moderate to severe diagnoses of autism, and to see her manipulating